Well guys, it is the first really official snow day here in Stockholm of the year, and it's really cold right now. You guys know, if you've been following my channel, that I'm not the biggest fan of the cold, so in this video I'm going to remind myself why I love this country so much. I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why I'm grateful to live in Sweden. Now with that being said, just because it's snowing doesn't mean you got to stop doing your routines and the things you enjoy doing. And I really love working out. I work out every day, and today is a day for me to go out and run. So just because it's snowing doesn't mean I'm not going to get my run in, so let's do it. If you thought I'd be alone out here, you are definitely mistaken. The Swedish people, they're not bothered by a little bit of snow like this. This is completely normal for them. Don't forget, whoa, it's not normal for me. I'm out here slipping. But we're in the land of the Vikings now. You can definitely tell there's just tons of people going for a stroll along this path by the water. This is a great place to go for a little walk. Nice little lookout point right here. You can see Vasastan and Kungsholmen. This is exactly where we are, right here. So I am back from my run now, and I went for my run around 2 o'clock, and the time it took me to go for a run, come home, and take a shower, it's now a little bit after 3 o'clock, and you can see outside it's already almost pitch dark, which is still just insane to me that it gets so dark so early. And in fact, if you go up to the north of Sweden, it's even darker even earlier. But coming from the other side of the world in a latitude that is much lower, this still surprises me. And that leads into the first thing that I'm grateful for living in Sweden. That first thing is the changes in the seasons, the seasonal differences. I, before moving here, thought, okay, I could be that kind of guy that would just live in LA where it is sunny every day of the year, nice weather, and I still think I could do that. But living in a place like Sweden, when you have so many changes, when you go from very long days to very short days, or very nice, comfortable days to very cold days, it really makes you appreciate the different seasons. And right now, I actually thought it was kind of nice to go out and run in the snow because we haven't had really that much snow this year yet. I think when it's a lot of snow after a long period of time, I'm really just waiting for that vårkänsla, or that spring feeling of wanting to get closer to summer and wanting to get some weather that's nicer. But definitely living in Sweden, it's made me appreciate those days in the summer that are really nice and really long, because those days do not last forever. And even in the winter time when it's dark and cold, you want to try to appreciate that for what it is, because otherwise, it makes no sense to be miserable for half the year. In a way, with the seasonal differences, Sweden has taught me to always just try to make the most of the situation. And even though I think I would appreciate sunshine a little bit more than what we do have in Sweden, when we do get those sunny days, even in the wintertime, it really makes you grateful for when they come around. The second thing I'm grateful about living in Sweden is that everything just works. There's so many good systems in place with the government, with the public transportation, with getting where you need to go. I mean, if somebody writes graffiti somewhere on a wall, there's people there to fix it the next day. Everything, when something breaks down, it gets fixed very quickly. And I hear stories from a lot of people that come to Sweden from different countries, and it's not the case in their home countries. And in a way, Swedish people just have this very high standard of living that they're sort of used to. So as a Swede, if you go abroad or if you go on vacation somewhere and things aren't working, it's sort of like, wow, it's not really up to that standard that you are used to necessarily. And it's actually kind of interesting because sometimes Swedes will complain about things that you think is like not really a big deal.
3 main concerns to discuss with you.
Someone forgot to put this coffee cup in the dishwasher.
Like if their favorite flavor of chocolate isn't in the grocery store anymore. Or if somebody didn't empty the lint from the dryer. And don't even get me started if somebody wears their outdoor shoes inside the gym. These things that might seem like a very small deal to outsiders, they become a little bit bigger deal in Sweden because there is this high level of expectations that everything needs to function in a certain way, and that's just what Swedish people are used to. But overall, I'm grateful to live in a country where everything does work so well. The third thing that I'm grateful for about living in Sweden is learning a new language. Learning a new language has been such a fun and interesting experience for me that I want to continue to learn new languages and learn about new cultures. And it's such a fun, eye-opening experience to learn how another culture communicates, says certain things differently in different ways. And it's something that's very, very unique to me. I think about my entire family in America. There's some German speakers in my family in America, but I know a language that even my parents or my brother doesn't speak. I mean, how cool is that? That I could be in America and hear somebody speak Swedish and pick up a conversation with them. It just feels extremely cool to me. I actually love traveling abroad with other Swedes because if we're in Germany or America, for example, we can speak Swedish to each other and we know that it's sort of our secret language that nobody else can understand. Whereas if you're in Sweden speaking English and you're an English speaker, that's not a secret language at all because literally everyone here is going to understand you perfectly. Another thing that I'm grateful for about living in Sweden are some of the challenges that I've faced along the way. I feel like I've grown so much as a person. And I remember when I first came to Sweden and it took me 4 months to get my work permit and having challenges and having to actually fly back to America to get my paperwork sorted and all this. That was an extremely stressful time for me. And I remember every day thinking that I wasn't going to be able to stay in this country. And it was one of the most stressful times of my life. And then dealing with these processes of moving to a completely different country where you don't understand the language at first, you don't understand the culture, there's just differences. In general, I would say Swedish people are very friendly and very helpful and welcoming towards foreigners, but there's still so many challenges, and I feel like I grew so much as a person. Living here in Sweden has made me feel like I can adapt to situations much, much better because I know if I can make it in a country that is not my own country, that gives me so much confidence wherever I end up in the world. And the last thing I want to talk about in this video about something that I'm grateful for are the people that I've met along the way. I've met so many amazing people that are going to be lifetime friends of mine here in Sweden. From the people that I met when I first moved here to people that I've met through my YouTube channel, people that I've made videos with, people that I've gone traveling with, gone on adventures with. I think really surrounding yourself with people that are really trying to push themselves and really try to get everything out of life and everything that life has to offer, I think those are the people that excite me the most, and those are the people that I find myself surrounding myself with the most because those people are awesome. And I'm very, very grateful to have met so many inspiring people here in Sweden. So during this holiday season, I'm curious to hear what you guys are thankful for. So leave a comment down below. I think it's really, really nice to just stop and appreciate what you have sometimes, because I feel like so many times throughout life, you can focus on the negatives. You can focus on the things that you don't have, or the things that you want, or the things that you're really working towards. But it's also important to just take a moment and appreciate. And doing a video like this has really made me feel like I've been so lucky and blessed to be in this position. And I also have you guys to thank for that, for watching me here on YouTube. It's honestly been an amazing part of this journey. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you in another video.